Welcome to this brief unboxing, assembly, demonstration, and review of the Black & Decker BESTA510 Electric String Trimmer Edger. Let's get started. Inside the box are 4 items. Well, 5 if you count the packing material. This includes the guard piece, the auxiliary handle, the instruction manual, and the trimmer itself. The first step in the assembly process is to install the guard. In order to do that, though, you must first remove the single, partially driven Phillips head screw from the underside of the guard. The guard is designed to slip onto this flattened extension piece between the spool and the motor. Push the guard until it snaps into place, and then reinstall the Phillips head screw. This is also a good time to remove the piece of protective tape covering the edge of the line cutting blade, or to try to at least. In my case, it didn't come off without a fight. In addition, there's a piece of tape holding the exposed string line to the spool. The second and final assembly step is to install the auxiliary handle. Note that the hole on one side of the handle has notches. These are designed to line up with the notched button on one side of the trimmer. Press in both buttons on the trimmer simultaneously, and gradually slide the handle into place, moving fingers as necessary until the buttons snap into position. Pressing the notch button now allows for repositioning of the handle. About halfway between the handle and the guard is a knurled collar. Loosening this collar allows the length of the trimmer to be adjusted. It also allows the orientation of the trimmer to be changed so it can be used for edging. Being an electric string trimmer, this unit obviously must be connected to an extension cord in order to operate. Interestingly, not every extension cord will do. For example, this light-duty consumer-grade extension connects to the trimmer just fine. This heavier-duty cord, however, is incompatible due to its slightly larger plug size. Like most electric tools, this trimmer also offers strain relief for the extension cord. I bought this trimmer primarily for edging, so I decided to give that a go first. The area where I started, between the front yard and the sidewalk, was just slightly overgrown, so not much of a test of the power of the trimmer, but more one of general functionality. As one would expect, the trimmer handled the situation fine. The only issue I encountered was it seemed like on several occasions the auto feed mechanism may have briefly lagged. Certainly no big deal though. Next, I decided to move to a portion of the driveway that hadn't been edged in quite some time. In this case, several passes were necessary to cut back the overgrown grass and weeds. The end result was not a thing of beauty, but that's more a function of the trimmer operator than the trimmer itself. Finally, I switched the trimmer into weed whacker mode. There are surprisingly few places in my yard that require this, but where it was necessary, the trimmer performed well. The BESTA510 looks and feels like a sturdy, well-built unit, surprisingly so, given its relatively low price tag. Power-wise, it seems perfectly adequate for typical consumer application. The Auto Line Advance feature is a nice, helpful touch that generally works well. Certain circumstances, though, such as edging over the sidewalk or weed whacking along a fence, can trigger this feature excessively and result in rapid depletion of string. All in all, I'm definitely satisfied with this unit. If you're in the market for an inexpensive electric string trimmer edger, this one is certainly worthy of consideration.